Welcome back to Sword and Musket. We're looking at more guns, more rifles, more things that we can hold, collect, maintain, shoot, preserve, and keep for the next generation. Because after all, we are just the keepers. These things have been hanging around for ages, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be around in several hundred years' time. Um, Apart from the short-sightedness of governments that come and go within periods of years, short periods of years. Anyway, today we're looking at another carbine. This is the Enfield Mark 1 carbine. It was a lot of these were improved, as it were, and had parts removed and things changed. But this particular example shows one clear stage of improvement, which is marked by an extra 1 in its designation. So, as we've talked before, the Enfields do tend to have an awful lot of different marks all over them, and you have to do a fair bit of discerning to work out what you've got, what you're looking at. But the nice thing about this is it was a Mark 1 and a number 1 Mark 1. And the thing is, it's lost its cleaning rod, which is correct for the designation that it's showing. Now, these were used mainly in the Second Boer War by the British. It has a shortened magazine of 6-round capacity. It has a flattened bolt, which is slightly curved forwards. There is a safety on the rear of the bolt and a bolt cover, and it has a magazine cutoff. So I'll take you in close up so you can have a look. One thing that's quite unusual, but not incorrect, is that the sights are graduated up to 2,000 yards, which is an awful long way for a carbine. Having said that, there is no pretense or addition of long-range volley sights. So it was these sights and these sights only that they relied upon. So by the time the bullets are arriving at 2,000 yards, it's pretty much like rain. They come in an arc, and it's really just harassment fire. These carbines are pictured famously in the painting of the surrounded Boer War British cavalry unit, which were basically massacred and wiped out by the Boers, where they stood in a nice neat circle and group, so they were easy to hit. But it was these weapons that they had at the time. So a decent weapon of its time would have been stored in a long boot on the side of the horse saddle, a carbine scabbard. I actually have one somewhere, but I don't know where it is at the moment. It's correct that the handguard extends from the front sight, from the rear sight to the front sight, single barrel band. This screw is not an addition. There's one on each side, and it's for a leather carbine sight cover to protect the sights when you're dragging through the bush. Sharp, needly pointy thistles and brambles could tear these rifles to pieces, really, with the force of a horse behind them. So let's get in close and have a look. It's a superb weapon. It's got Enfield rifling. It's got matching numbers. It's stayed almost as issued from day one. So here we have butt end, where much of the story is told. The disc is unmarked. Might explain why it's survived in good condition for so long. You've got rifle manufacturer Enfield #1 Mark 1. You have once again, the old Enfield idea of the trap in the back end of the rifle butt, which contains all the cleaning equipment, a pull-through, and a brass oil bottle. Quite a nice tiger stripe in the stock there. Decent piece of walnut I had to choose from. It's the safety arrangement, which I mentioned earlier, and the matching bolt number 3253. Sorry, 3733 with an EFD at the end of the arm, the stub of the arm, EFD nicely marked on that cocking piece, which is the right shape to pull back if you have to. So moving forward, this side of the strap is clear. There's the magazine cut-off device. It's a sprung piece of steel, which with one hand is very difficult to operate, but in the field, I'm sure you just give it a thump. Nice, clean, bright breech you can see in there. Moving forwards, we have the serial number on the action. And the serial number on the barrel. So in collector's point of view, that's nice, it's stayed together. You can see a nice clear Enfield inspection mark, the Enfield lock. Above it, you can just see the E on the top here, but we'll look at that from another angle. Now, as I mentioned, you've got full length sights. In the upright position, you can see the Enfield inspection marks on the base of the sight and on the block at the bottom, raising up to 2,000 yards with these rather nice windage positions and guide for the central V aiming point. They are marked on the bed on the other side as well. Looking at the front end of the carbine, it's not that that rifle rod is missing, it's that it's been removed as per the modifications. Pinched four sight protectors that come up to the top of the sight. And there's the screw that takes the cover. Rifle over, carbine, beg your pardon. We can now see the strap with the rifle designation and the VR cipher, 1899, the Enfield Carbine 1. Nice and clear, not interfered with, no other markings. Below is the bolt cover, which is sprung steel. Keep dust and dirt out. You can easily see the shortened magazine, and there's the magazine release. Just by squeezing that, the magazine will drop. Now let's have a look at the markings here, because they are basically the markings almost as issued. A little gas escape hole there. DOP, be second proof. Enfield, VR, all department ownership, VR 2P, Enfield, VR, viewing Enfield and proof marks. Once again, EFD on the side of the sight, nice and clear. Now, these sights could be used in a flat laying down position up to 500 yards. Moving forward, nicely stamped and cleared. More evidence of the pure EFD Enfield lineage of the rifle. And this is a view of the sights in the laying down position. See some bluing still on there. So I don't think that this rifle has had a terribly hard life. It's as issued to a cavalry unit, we don't know which, but it's for mounted troops, and it's in good original condition. Unabused by a terrible life in the military. You can see yet again another clear Enfield markings on the short tang at the top. So that is an unmauled, only been through one conversion, which was literally the loss of the cleaning rod. Enfield #1 Mark 1 carbine. So I hope that's been of use to anybody who's interested in these weapons. See a bit more tiger stripe on this side. It's genuine, everything fits, the bluing's correct, there's only high edge wear. The timber's got a nice patina to it. It's not been reworked. That's how you want to try and get them, really. Good condition. It's not an RIC carbine. I suppose one better thing could be unit markings to a famous cavalry unit. But we can't have everything. So I hope you enjoyed that. Another rifle you can own and shoot on a collector's ticket and preserve the military history of. Thanks for joining me. Look out for more videos. Click like and subscribe. And we'll find more interesting bits of history to look at. Note the VR crown. All crowns are different, by the way.